Welcome to Second Take, the show that takes a look at the issues behind the news. The organisation responsible for local aspects of the International Square Kilometre Array Radio Telescope, SKA South Africa, recently held an industry day to inform local companies about possible opportunities from the project and from its local precursor instrument, Meerkat. Keith Campbell joins me to discuss this. Hi Keith. Where are we now in terms of the SKA programme?
Well, the SKA programme, the international programme, is now in what's called its pre-construction phase. There are 3 phases in the construction of the SKA. This is the global instrument. There is the pre-construction phase, which runs from now, 2013, to 2016. Then there's construction phase 1, which runs from 2016 to 2020, which should see the erection of 254 dishes. And then there is construction phase 2, which should run from 2020 to 2024, which would take the number of dishes to about 3,000. Now, a pre-construction phase is the preparation for the beginning of construction. That includes the creation of consortia to bid on aspects of the work and the development of the design of the instrument.
Do we know how much this will cost?
Well, the original estimate for the cost of the entire SKA to completion was 1.5 billion euros. It's now clear that the figure is going to be significantly more than that. It has to be said that the original figure, 1.5 billion euros, was pretty much a best guess based on extremely inadequate information, because nobody had ever tried to do anything remotely like the SKA before. In fact, the only instruments that are remotely like the SKA are the precursor instruments for the SKA, South Africa's Meerkat and Australia's SKA, which of course did not exist when this original estimate was made. Now, the cost estimates for the complete instrument have to be revised. That hasn't been done yet. The assumption is now, at least among SKA South Africa, is that there will be cost caps put on both phase 1 and phase 2. And the director of SKA South Africa, Bruyn, has estimated the likely cost cap for phase 1 of 400 million euros to 450 million euros. As for the cost of the complete instrument, he actually hazarded a guess of more than 3 billion euros.
And how can local companies get involved in this program?
Well, a little earlier I mentioned consortia. The thing is, the SKA is going to involve scientific institutions. It's going to need major industrial participation, because as the Technical and Scientific Associate Director of SKA South Africa, Professor Justin Jonas, pointed out, this is a telescope on an industrial scale. There's also the matter of who's paying for it, and the fact that those countries are going to be paying the most are going to expect most of the work. Exactly how this is going to be worked out still has to be negotiated. So SKA South Africa is hoping it's not going to be a rigid thing. That is, if you put in 10% of the money, you get 10% of the work. There'll be more flexibility than that. Nevertheless, the way it is working is there going to be work packages on specific elements of the SKA, and there are lots of elements. There are some of which are not immediately obvious, such as the power supply, which sounds simple, except that the power supply has to be delivered in such a way that provides no interference to the working of the extremely sensitive radio telescope. There is software, there are the computer processors, there are the dishes, there are the feeds that are fitted to the dishes. There's innumerable aspects to this project, and so it's split into work packages, and it's likely that each work package will be addressed by a consortium, which will be a mixture of industry and scientific institutions. These work packages are going to be led by different countries, but that does not mean a work package is going to be exclusively the preserve of that country. So South Africa is already involved in what are likely to be work packages that will be led by other countries. So the thing is, to be involved, you've got to be involved in a consortium. Whether the consortium is led by South Africa or not is less important than you are part of a consortium. So that means you have to be connected with SKA South Africa. SKA South Africa have a database on which companies can register, which is available on their website. So the thing is to approach SKA South Africa and register yourself with them as the first step to any hope of getting involved in the consortium and winning some of the business for this project.
Thank you. That's the Second Take show for this week. Thank you for watching, and join us again next time for more news analysis.